Let's begin. So connecting to our Ujjayi breath. Allow that breath to take us in and into the sit bones, the base of our core, the bottom of the pelvis, the ground. We allow that breath to take us in and into the top of the head. And just in reflecting in and through these two areas of the body, you may already be struck with how different or similar it is to inhabit these areas of the body. And we'll work some alternate nostril breathing, and we'll do this in 2 stages today. Stage 1 is no hold, and stage 2 is with a hold. So beginning with any hand that you like. Let the thumb close one nostril, and inhale till you feel complete. As you feel that inhale cresting, just switch over and exhale at least as long out the other nostril. There may be just the subtlest of rebound or pause-like moments. Inhale through that very nostril you had just exhaled. And it's as that inhale is cresting that we switch the fingers. So thumb down, ring up. Exhaling out the open, ring up side. We'll just continue for a handful more breaths. Thus far, no hold, just cresting, changing, moving. So feel this continuous, rather continuous flow of breath or energy. letting your face attune to the breath. To help us attune to the breath, keep the finger pad pressure to exactly what you need and no more. Allow that shoulder and that elbow holding your hand to be as soft as possible so that we can truly study the breath, the nostrils, the face, the current, and allowing for that hand to be as subtle and backgrounded as possible. And we'll continue directly into part B to start to insert a hold, like a count or two. The hold resides between the inhale and the exhale. I'd like to describe a subtlety that I think you may enjoy in these brief hold periods. I've been enjoying using the hold kind of like a micro Shavasana. In that it's not an abrupt stoppage or an abrupt beginning. So there's no hard stops or hard beginnings. There's none of that what do we call that? Glottal start-stop plugging or valve feeling, but rather the hold is just the absence of the physical breath. And you can still feel and examine the cresting of the inhalation. You can feel that tide shifting, becoming exhale. And then the physical breath re-enters and you can feel the molecular, the current, the air molecules. It's a little bit of a peekaboo. It's a physical breath peekaboo. Just a couple more breath rounds. I just want to bring up that the breath with which we're working and playing is so much more than the physical breath. There's a very subtle breath that we're always working with. Now we'll just finish up the round or the side that we're on. Great. And then we'll move to a seated where our left leg is straightened, our right leg is bent. We're preparing for a Mariachasana C. If you require a strap, just place it by your right hip. Inhale the right arm up. And reach the right arm up to stretch the right arm, to open the hand, to lift the chest. Exhale, reach forward. Again, to stretch the arm, to wrap that shoulder, to feel that blade move, and circle. Bring that right arm around the right shin. So allowing ourselves to feel the breath in the backside, underneath the spine. And release. All right, we'll switch sides. Right leg straight. Left leg bent. And we'll inhale the left arm up to stretch the arm, to open the hand, to lift the ribs, so you can get quite vibrant. And exhale, reach to stretch the arm forward, or feel that shoulder blade shift atop the ribs. And circle the left leg. Now we've resumed Ujjayi breath. And I don't anticipate, except for maybe a moment or so, instructing us to hold the breath or to cease the physical breath component. But maybe you can still feel that the energetic breath nested in that physical breath. I mean, they're co-occurring. But it's feeling the layers, feeling the strata, even they're one nested right in the other. And then we'll unwind. And we'll lie on our back for elbow to knee. And then picking the feet up or supporting them. Inhale the head and the shoulder blades off the ground. Now, as that inhale is cresting, is reaching down with your attention into the abdomen, find the tailbone, curl the tailbone. Exhale, reach out through the left leg. Listen to that current of breath, because here's an opportunity, a place where as we draw the belly down, there's a kind of a cessation of that physical breath current. But there's no doubt you can feel that there's some other occurrences happening in that belly. Inhale, bend left knee. Curl tailbone, exhale, right leg reach out. Low belly down. Inhale, bend right knee. Let's do about 4 more on our own, so you can hear and feel this rather layered breath that's occurring. There's no fewer than 2 distinct motions and movements. It's the breath that the nostrils take in, it's molecules and air, and there's a much subtler breath that you feel in your body and with your body. And when you feel complete, set the feet down, that's plenty. From lying, and again, you may need your strap, you'll loop up the right foot. You can also reach for the back of the leg, which will work. I like the loop, because if I make that loop the right size, I don't have to exert much arm influence. to move that right leg around. So reaching out through the sole of the foot, which is along the ground. The leg is along the ground. And inhaling into the low back. Exhaling, just allowing for those inner legs to express more vibrantly. I'm drawing the right leg toward chest, keeping the left leg along ground. And feeling how each breath crests and how the tide of each breath transitions in the pelvis. And when we release, we'll trade sides. So straightening the right leg along the ground and looping or holding the left leg. So you may have to kind of attentionally nudge yourself, but feel how the breath occurs between the hip bones. As if I'm breathing in my chest and my upper back or wherever, I'll tend to, in a sense, be removed from my pelvis. One more very full breath, feeling that in and with the sacrum. And then we'll release that. Turn to a side so you can press to your elbows and knees. We'll see how this works out in Dolphin now. So with our elbows set under shoulders. Deep breath into low back. Maybe one that even spreads into the mid-back. Curl toes under, exhale the knees off the ground. Dolphin. Letting each breath inform us. The backside of the heart. Each lung. You can feel the left lung distinct from the right lung. In fact, they're different shapes. Let each breath inform you of the shoulders. And so it's this subtle breath that will start to inform us of the energetic nature herein. Maybe it's energetically stifled or fluid. And this practice of why just keep showing up on the mat, why continue investigating the same layers and areas. It shows up differently every day. And this final breath or two in Dolphin. Just receiving sense impressions all around the lung, the heart, diaphragm. And then gently set knees down. And straight away we can press to standing. We'll be working some rounds of Agnisara. So I'll start with my feet about shoulder width, hands on thighs. There might be a couple of you working with some sacral concerns. You may just play around with different degrees of rotation in your thigh bones. Internally rotating your thighs may create a very different effect through the low back. So it's just a variable you can play with. Inhale into low belly, low back. And let's all at once just exhale that out. Now keep the chin close to the sternum as we draw the belly in and back and release it, repeating that several times until you need to take breath. And when you do, just relax the belly and do breathe. We'll just do a couple more rounds of Agnisara. I'm choosing to go slowly today. You can go a little faster. But here we go. 2 more rounds. Agnisara. We're letting the technique, right? The technique of moving and breath holding and all these stances, we're letting it inform us. These techniques are here to magnify, kind of show us what's already active or present in our body. After that last round is complete, let's stand at the top of our mat. We'll be moving through some suns. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold, allowing the neck to become soft. It helps us feel inside the head space. Inhale, the left foot back, lunge, setting the knee down. Hands to ground, exhale, step right foot back, lower. Pulling the shoulders, letting them move back away from the ground. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, lower, downward dog. Lunge, inhale, left foot forward. Hands to ground, exhale, right foot steps forward, fold. Inhale, stand, draw the arms up, stretch the arms up. Not stretching the shoulders up, but the arms. I'm stretching the arms. Get into the ribs. Exhale, hands to heart. I will do another, or I'll talk through another. Inhale, reach up. Stretch the arms up. Telescope the ribs up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Hands to ground. Exhale, left foot back, lower. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Hands to ground, exhale, step left foot forward, fold. Inhale, stand, reach arms up, stretch the arms up, lifting ribs up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, we'll do a couple more. So continue your pace. May have to adjust it quicker or slower, but we'll do 2 more together. And so just continue whenever you're ready. Let a few of us arrive at the top. There is no rush. Great. Just getting the tissues and the joints a little bit moved. Those sun salutations are just such a wonderful creature, and that it exposes us to almost every kind of wave of human development movement. We get down to the ground, we get right back up, moves every limb, every joint. It's one of those all-in-one katas. Chair pose. Inhale, bend knees, reach arms up. Exhale, fold. Monkey. Inhale, collar away from lap. And exhale, we'll step. Or you can lightly jump the feet back, chaturanga. A little lower all the way down. For Cobra. Set the hands forward about a foot. Reach back the inner legs. Inhale. Into the pelvis, between those bones, pulling. Exhale, lower, downward dog. So we're working a chest opener in warrior two. Inhale, left foot forward, warrior two stance, and the chest opener was select as interlacing hands behind back. Attune to our breath. The physical part of our breath is got a lot of technique to it. It's that ujjayi sound. There's a sound, there's a feeling to it. And it's there to help us when things get a little bubbly. Right? Having an adequate physical carrier for all of the things that come up and come through the physical body, it's really helpful. It's really necessary. And release. Inhale, reach arms out to side. And keeping those hands out there, exhale, glide the shoulders down. Reach out through the elbows, through the wrists, feeling into the heels of the palms, and into the heels of the feet, listening to our breath. If all that we can hear right now is that physical tide, that oceanic sound, great. Stick with that. Hear that. Follow that. And for some of you, you're starting to catch a little glimpse of there being a subtler undercurrent to that physical sound of breath. You start to hear that. It's really quite multi-dimensional. Inhale, press out through the hands, flex the fingertips up. And exhale, reach out through the pinky, curl in the pinky, reach out through the ring, curl in ring. Reach out through middle, curl in, index, curl in, thumb, pull knuckles down. And when we release, we'll adjust the feet in just a little bit. So I'm letting my hips adjust more forward for ostrich. Interlace the hands once again. Inhale, lifting up, chest away from soles of feet, and we fold. Exhale, bringing that torso to the inside of the thigh. And if being so folded is a little bit much for your head, you can rest your ribs on your left thigh. It'll still create a lot of leg work, and you can breathe into the back quite significantly. So they're both really good. Allow the head to relax. Inhale, bring hands down to sacrum. Let's release them to the floor. Exhale, step left foot back. And we'll lower all the way to the ground. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, lower, downward dog. Now there's three poses on the other side. Inhale, step your right foot forward, warrior two, chest opener to start. Okay. Inhaling, feeling through the heads of the shoulders. And even if the physical breath, that ujjayi sound, the current, the physical current of the air moving through the nostrils can no longer be felt, there's still breathing. There's still this undercurrent of breathing, and you can track it. And therein is where breath and energy have much more to do with each other. It's kind of a little bit tucked into this more physical layer of breath, the air current, the lung movement. Release hands, inhale, arms out to side, warrior two. Exhale, glide the shoulders down. Reach out through the heel of the palms, stretch, and sense into every fingertip. Staying connected to breath. Warrior two is not a throwaway pose. It's a pose. All right, inhale, push out through the palm heels and lift the fingertips toward the sky. So flexing the wrist. Exhale, reach out through the littlest finger, curl it in, ring finger curl. So outreach and curl every finger independently. Make a fist, pull those knuckles down. And inhaling, when we open up the hands, we'll adjust our stance slightly for ostrich. Reinterlacing hands. And then exhaling, we're folding. So for you, fold might be chest on thigh. For others of us, it may be chest kind of hanging, kind of like a pendulum, just hanging down. The wonderful gift of this kind of subtler breath I'm describing today is finding it is such a wonderful and rich portal into this emotional realm. Emotion is energy. It's the colors of energy. Emotion are really the kind of the grosser colors of energy movement. So we can feel the thicknesses and the richnesses and the electricities and the fires and the cool and the calming and the smoothing and the stagnancies and the motions. All this while we're engaging Ujjayi breath. Okay, inhale, we'll bring our hands down to sacrum, release the hands, set them down, exhale. Chaturanga, we'll step that right foot back and lower. Cobra, inhale. And exhale, lower. Downward dog. We're going to complete this sun. Inhale, step. If you like, lightly jump the feet forward, monkey. And exhale, fold. Chair. Inhale, bend knees, reach arms up. And stand, exhaling, hands to heart. Okay. When we have a seat, I think you'll want your strap. I'll start with my left leg forward. And your right foot can be either tucked in close or half lotus if you like half lotus. I'm going to do a Shin-Bound half lotus, straight-legged, kind of a folding twist. Okay. Some of you may like little padding under the right knee. That would be half lotus folk. So take your strap, your loop, I think loop is best, and just toss it around your right shin. Again, this is the right leg, it's bent. Okay. Left hand reach around and grab that loop. So it's the equivalent of left hand grabbing right shin. So we're going to do this in stages. So first, sit really tall. Inhale, reach with the right arm, reach up, lift the ribs up. Remain right here. As we exhale, turn to your left, remain vertical. So the whole torso, kind of those barbershop spiraling tubes. There we go. Okay. Now some of you have some back concerns. Twist may be just all that you want to do here. And it's challenging to sit really tall, twist, and breathe. I'm going to take a few more breaths here. To twist, you have to engage the inner left leg. Yeah, those of you able to, wanting to fold, right hand reaches for the outer left leg or foot. And keep reaching through that inner left foot. So it's part twist, it's part fold. And I'm using both hands to keep turning the chest open to the left. And we release. Inhale, we'll come upright. We'll set up for the other side, so that's straightening the right leg. This way. And either tuck the left leg in or half lotus. It's your pleasure. I think we've been doing a couple days of half lotus, so you may find that half lotus just comes along for the ride in a more lubricated fashion. Okay. The strap is for the left shin. Right hand, reach behind, grab strap or left shin. We'll stage this. Inhale the left arm up. And call this our stage 1 here. Remain vertical. Exhale, turn to your right. Keep both sit bones on the earth. So those of you who have some neck issues, this vertical kind of twist might be really a strong move. Keep stretching that left arm up, lift the ribs up. And those of you wanting to fold, the left hand is reaching for the outer right foot or the outer right leg. And keep pressing through the ball of the right foot. Letting the breath inform us. And release. Inhale. We'll unwind. And here's a Shavasana for us, right? The cessation of physicalizing postures so that we can catch a glimpse of these subtler undercurrents. So when you lie back for Shavasana, and I always hope that you can either stay for Shavasana or always do your form of Shavasana if you need to do it on your own. And it helps us presence these subtler occurrences in our body, which can be very easy to cast off or dismiss. But it gives us a chance to presence them, because as we notice, as we presence them, as we acknowledge that, oh, I do feel these things, it becomes real. Just becomes a part of our lived experience. We even relinquish the technique of breathing, but you can feel there's still breathing. There's subtler breathing. And just knowing that we're participating in this many-layered organism, this multi-dimensional human form. When you're ready, bend knees. You're always welcome to remain where you are. But if you're ready, turn to a side that you may press up to seated. What a joy. Namaste.